In a dictionary definition case of NIMBY, N-I-M-B-Y, not in my backyard, there are some retailers around the Great King Street area who are complaining about a new bus hub coming outside their stores. Now, Dominic, George, it's an understandable kind of conversation for some. It might cause some headaches and some hiccups, but as we said, NIMBY literally is N-I-M-B-Y, not in my backyard. In fact, the ODT reporting the story, one of the retailers actually said, I just don't know why they can't put it somewhere else. Yeah, so well, literally in NIMBY.
Absolutely, and I can see that point. I mean, if it was my business and if parks were going to be taken away, for example, which they're going to be under this proposal for the bus hub, if my business was going to lose value as a result, then yeah, absolutely, I'd be not in my backyard, take it somewhere else. Of course I would be. So I totally get the point. I also get the point that they want this bus hub. It's probably, I mean, it's going to have to go somewhere, isn't it? And they've identified an area where they think it would probably work the best. But I would totally share in the concerns of those retailers, without a doubt.
It is the idea of it needs to be somewhere, and it is the idea that if you don't put it there, it goes somewhere else. Those people may have the same concern, so it's probably a bit of a just lump it sort of situation if it's the best location. The guys from Smith Sports Stores, who are apparently in the region that it's going to be, have identified losing car parking, like you've said. They've also identified blocking of signage and running vehicles, like the bus being pulled up there, so fumes, I guess, as a part of the situation. Also, the Otago Regional Council, I think it was, has indicated that they might pull some of the, what do you call it, that hangs over the footpath, that thing?
I know exactly what you're talking about. When it's raining, you can go under there and you don't have to get rained on.
They might pull some of those down. I was going to say tarpaulin.
Yeah, see, they're all valuable. I look for those, when you're walking around town and you're like, let's be honest, it rains enough down here. You don't want to be taking those away. I really don't like the fact they're taking more parks away. I find that just so grating. Every opportunity possible they take away inner city parking. It really annoys me. The thing that you got to do is either shut the octagon off to traffic full stop, which I think is actually a really good idea.
Do you mean buses as well?
No, buses can go through, but effectively no traffic in there, or make it so people can actually access the thing, because it's a nightmare at the moment.
So let's have a look at what some of the businesses are saying. Smith Sports Shoes representative, owner, manager is Robert Sanson. He says this, there's nothing, this is talking about the thing being outside their business, there's nothing worse for a business than having months of roadworks. It's just deadly, because he's talking about the roadworks.
That's right.
They're talking about the footpath needing to go up 30 centimetres, which seems crazy, but maybe that's for the buses. I don't know.
I don't know why it is, but I mean, apart from the it's just deadly bit, there's just nothing worse for anyone than having months of roadworks. We had about a year of them outside our residential area in Musselburgh, and it was just such an inconvenience. It's around the kids' school at the moment. It's just pick up and drop off's a nightmare. Not a big fan of roadworks.
What about Payless Party and Lifestyle? Christine Lunn is the person there. She says this, I actually believe it will totally kill our business. It just seems to me they're going to do whatever they want to do regardless of however we feel, which is probably true. I also wonder perhaps if the council can have some kind of compensation for these businesses who are going through this. Maybe a reduction in rates to the landlord who can then pass it on to them. I don't know. The final one though is Peter Dean from Refined Rig, a clothing store. He seems to be quite pragmatic about the whole thing. This is what he says. We don't really know whether it's going to have a negative effect on us or a positive effect or no effect at all. The question is, are the people who travel on the buses in the socio-economic group that would spend at shops like ours? So I guess what he's saying is, who gets off the bus matters to us, but really we don't know.
So what he's saying is probably quite a reasoned response to the whole thing. It's just a whole lot of unknowns at the moment, and some of them may prove to be detrimental. Some may be issues that don't really, see the light of day at all, really. But you can totally, as I say, understand the concerns of these businesses in and around that proposed area, and they do really. I mean, we talk about this consultation process. I often feel that a consultation process is just a bit of lip service, really. They have to go through the process, so they do it, and most of these people have already made up their minds anyway. I hope it's not a case of that.